Should it go too fast, use spacebar for pause in prosecuting the movie. Opening the site, MotorRoutes.net. On the Routes tab, allow you to search for a route. The choice is giant, choosing from 460 motor routes. On tab Counties, you'll find routes by counties, including Belgium and Germany. The site contains lots of information. You'll find reports, most viewed routes and much more. As an example for this movie, I choose a well-known and popular Murgleland route. It is a popular route for bikers, but also for cyclists. With fine weather at the weekend, is very busy. The route begins and ends in the city of Maastricht, perhaps a visit to the Vrijdhof. The track is already of 2011, meanwhile, roads have changed. We choose the track with the GPX extension. The GDB extension is also converted into GPX during transfer to the device. The track is in the folder Downloads. If you double-click on the track, route opened in BaseCamp. As an example, we choose the track to load directly into the device. Drag the track in the Garmin GPX folder on the SD card. On the device, the app tracks, track import. Disconnect the device from the PC. Process track on the device to a route. Open BaseCamp. Connect device to the PC. If you have a track or multiple tracks, put on an SD card. You can this now or later on the device convert to a route, except on a Zumo and 210 or 220. Click on the trail. Click on Show on Map. Click on the route. Both are equal. For comparing the routes with the track, we drag the track in the list routes. In order to keep overview, we complete the track name. Drag this track, the trail, set on the device to show on map, with color yellow, in the list track. In order to keep overview, we complete the trail name. Track line on the screen. See image. Drag the route and the list routes. In order to keep overview, we complete the route name. Compare the track with the route. Click on the track. Click on the route. Both are equal. The track line and route line, together on screen as illustrated. Remove the device from the PC. Continue BaseCamp. Import track, Mergleland route, from the downloads folder to my collection. Click on the list of the Mergleland route. Click on the track, with right mouse button, choose Create Route from selected track. The track is converted to a route. Convert goes into BaseCamp faster than on the device. To keep things simple, we remove the waypoints. BaseCamp is a database and stores everything on. For the review, we also adjust the route name. Down information sheet, ticking more info. Overview of mileage, time, via points and so on. Drag the route and the list routes. Compare the routes with the track, they are all the same. The information of time and kilometers of the converted route onto the device, you will find on the device itself. Remove the route from the list Mergleland, the route remains in the list routes. Continue with BaseCamp. Changing profile. Change of motor to direct profile. Click on the track, with right mouse button, choose Create Route from selected track. Convert the track to a route with direct profile. A number of via points is asked. Up to approximately 200 per route. As a guide, the length of the route, divided by 2 or 3 the number of via points. With enough via points, you can ride with recalculated the route. A route created with the profile direct you get between the viewpoint straight lines is only depending on the points on the map. Route has no routing settings and is functionally equivalent to a track. In order to keep overview, we complete the route name. Now recalculate the direct route with the motor profile. There is a difference in the millage. Compare the route with the track. Here you see the differences. Pull the route equal with the track by posting or deleting off viewpoints. Check if they cause no additional redirection. Use the hand tool to move the map, along with Alt button, press, to move route or viewpoints. The setting in BaseCamp, for hand use, along with the Alt button, choose Edit, Options, General tab, tick Alt button. Here has a viewpoint, an extra redirection caused. Choose at the top for the eraser, and erase the point. The route is of 2011, with a map probably also from that year. Meanwhile, cards are improved, roads shifted, roundabouts joined. Add large differences of a track, with the route network of the map. Is tracing a track a faster option? The inserted viewpoints by tracing a route have a so-called magnetism, are well on the way. Viewpoints which have moved don't have this. At Jewel we have a piece of gravel. In my setting of routing in BaseCamp, I avoid unpaved checked. Own choice to drive or avoid the piece of gravel. Compare the kilometers. There is a difference of 1 kilometer. Because we avoid unpaved and drive around it, the route is a little longer. Down information sheet, card center tick. Select at the top, the tool, moving point. Make the route a little shorter by moving the end point. Compare the kilometers, both are now equal. Click the first via point, with arrow key down, Control 141, move point if necessary. To check well, zooming far enough. Checking via points requires a little more time, but you can drive the route to recalculate. Advantage of this, you can add via points, for example, lunch or gas station, or skip at a redirection. If a track recently created and converted to a route with via points, the via points are probably better on the road and the route is quickly controlled. When track corresponds to the road network, and the via points are well on the way, the route and track, the same mileage. Time and mileage of a route, in BaseCamp recalculated, are different to that of the device. The time and mileage indicated on the device itself knocking better. For new type Zumos it is important to make soft via points. By skipping a point, you will not be returned. To via points to make soft, select the second via point, keep the shift button pressed, move the page with cursor, select the second last via point, right mouse button select do not warn on arrival. In the event of any changes to the route always recalculate. Recalculate if on the information sheet time and kilometers are missing. The route started with 57 via points, now there are 60, with enough via points, can be driven with recalculate too. Drag the route into the list routes. Compare the routes with the track, they are practically the same. Compare the kilometers, which are the same as the track, from the track route, which is converted on the unit, are missing here time and kilometers. The information is located on the device itself. The only difference between the routes, outside the travel time, is the piece unpaved at dual. The track in the both track routes takes the unpaved route, well or not unpaved as your own choice. The route with via points goes around it. To keep overview, we add to the route name with via points. Because gravel is avoided, and the road network changed, remove the track and make a new track from the route. Created tracks can be done in two ways, click right at the bottom of the information sheet, or click with right mouse button on the route, choose create track from selected route. Both tracks are the same, remove one of the tracks. In order to keep overview and to keep route and track apart, we add to the track name, new, because routes and tracks have the same GPX extension. Save track on disk, or in the cloud. Click on the track, click on top on file, choose export selection. The track comes in OneDrive, in the folder tracks in the cloud. Save route, on your hard disk, or in the cloud. Click on the route, click on top on file, choose export selection. The route comes in the folder OneDrive routes in the cloud. Connect the device from the PC. Drag the track on the SD card as a copy of the route for use to convert to a route and in exchange with others' devices. Drag the route in the internal memory of the device. Disconnect device. Device indicates new data was found. Import the route. Clean up BaseCamp. On the unit, the choice, the track set with show on map, select color, or convert directly to a track route. To keep overview, connect device to the PC. Clicks on the internal memory, drag the track route in the route list. To keep overview, we add the route name, converted on device. Drag the track route in list routes. To keep overview, we add the route name, imported on device. Drag the track, the trail, to list track. To keep overview, we add the track name, Crumb Trail, and we show you the track, trail, on screen. Click on the track route and the list routes. On the screen, the route and the track together in one line. Clicks on the route in the route list. On the screen, the route with the track in one line, with soft via points. Clean up BaseCamp. In BaseCamp, you can also create folders and lists, and save routes and tracks. In order to keep overview, I recommend to BaseCamp, cleaned up. Disconnect device from the PC. Open BaseCamp. Import in BaseCamp, from the folder, OneDrive tracks, the track, new, Magellan route, to my collection. Click on the track, with right mouse button, choose Create Route from selected track. The track is converted into a route. In order to keep overview, complete route name with track route. Drag the route and the list routes. Remove the route from the list Magellan route. Make a short test route through the city and avoid the highway. Check the distance. Pushing the route over the highway, equal running with the original Magellan route. Compare the kilometers. Recalculate the route with the update NTU 2017.3. Compare again the kilometers. Create a tracker of the shortest test route. Drag the track in the list routes to the track route. Click on the track route. When pulling the route to the trail of the test route, will not go. That is the same as riding a track route, and recalculate the route. Then you get the shortest route to the end point. Import the Mergleland route with via points from the OneDrive routes to my collection. Drag the test track in the list. Merge Eland route with via points. Click on the route with right mouse button. Choose Show on Map. Now we can adjust the route by removing 2 via points or move the points. Choose at the top the tool, Eraser, and erase 2 points. Compare the route with the test track. Adjust the number of kilometers in the information sheet of the route. To keep overview, we add to the route name, NTU. For sure we recalculate the route again. Because the route has been adapted to the new map, we also create a new track of the route. To keep overview, we add to the track name, track newest. Save track on. Click on top on file. Choose export. Export selection. The track comes in OneDrive, in the folder tracks in the cloud. Click on the NTU route. Change the name of the route in NT. Change card and recalculate the route with the NT card. Compare the kilometers, a small rounding difference. Apply this difference. The track that we have made from the NTU route is equal, has only a deviation with the kilometers of the NT route. The NT route is only for older types Zumo. We don't have to save him, or you need him for others. Delete all tracks and routes. Keep BaseCamp tidy, especially if you just work with BaseCamp, or go to work. Open BaseCamp. Connect device to the PC. The device is empty, no waypoints, tracks or routes. Import from the folder, OneDrive tracks, the newest track, Mergleland route to my collection. Click on the track, with right mouse button, choose Create Route from selected track. Track is converted to a route. To keep overview, delete the waypoints. Double-click on the route, changing track name and track route. Drag the track route in the internal storage of the device. Change track name, and drag the track on the SD card from the device. Tracks names in Explorer have only the name track. Disconnect device from PC. Route and track are on the device. We clean up BaseCamp. On the device itself, device indicates new data is found. Import the route. Connect device to the PC. Double-click in Explorer on the device. Double-click on the internal storage. Double-click on folder Garmin GPX. Double-click on the temp folder. The temp folder is located in BaseCamp. In order to keep the overview, add to the list temp name library. In the folder temp are routes, tracks and waypoints stored, which are put in the internal storage via BaseCamp. Double-click on current. The current folder is located in BaseCamp. In order to keep overview, add to the current list name, actual, route. The actual route is the imported track route 1 on the device. Click on the SD card. The track on the SD card has been converted to a track route on the device. This track route 2 is in the current list. In addition, we also made on device a crumb trail of this track. Double-click on the track in the Garmin GPX folder of the device. The track is located in BaseCamp in the list track. For the overview, we fill the track name with, from SD card, off-road crumb trail, on device with show on map, with color yellow. Drag the track, newest, from OneDrive tracks on the SD card. Tracks via Explorer posted on the SD card of the device, retain its own name. Drag in Explorer, the NTU route from OneDrive routes, in the internal storage, in the Garmin GPX folder of the device. The route doesn't appear in the temp folder, but together with the track route 1 in the current folder. Disconnect device from PC. Import the NTU route on device itself. Connect device. Double-click in Explorer on device. Double-click on the internal storage. Double-click on the Garmin GPX folder. For the overview, the position folder is removed, which is on device automatically created by the GPS simulator. Double-click on the temp folder. The second temp list is located in BaseCamp. Lists have the same content of the first. Double-click on the current folder. The second current list is located in BaseCamp. List have now 3 routes, the NTU route, via Explorer, and 2 track routes, track route 1, converted in BaseCamp and imported on device, and track route 2, converted from track on SD card to route on device. Double click on the NTU route, fill name with, via Explorer converted on device. Route with Explorer and the internal memory dragged, isn't in the temp folder, and is only to remove via Explorer. Double click on track route 1, fill name with, via BaseCamp imported on device. Double click on track route 2, fill name with, from SD card, on device converted from track to route. Click on the list track 2. Click on the track, this crumb trail, the image of the trail we show on the screen. Click on one of the track routes, we show the image of the route with trail on the screen. Click on the NTU route, we show the image of the route with via points on the screen. Tracks via BaseCamp, on the SD card, in Explorer only have the name track. Tracks with Explorer, directly on the SD card are placed, retain his own name. The tracks on the SD card can be removed both in BaseCamp, as in Explorer. Double click in Explorer on the device. Double click on the internal storage. Double click on the GPX folder. Remove all routes, tracks, current and temp folder, except the archive folder. BaseCamp cleanup. Everything produced by the program and has not been cleared will be shown in My Collection. Finally, click on My Collection. What has already been mentioned earlier in the film. The choice is free to save everything in BaseCamp. Connect device again to the PC. Double click on device. Double click on the internal storage. Double click on the GPX folder. Device have produced a new current folder and current track log. Both are empty. Device is empty. Tracks and routes have been removed. Disconnect device. We have reached the end of this movie. Hopefully you've learned something. There will follow a final conclusion.